All you ever wanna do is play. So let's play.
Yeah. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke,
Yeah,
real
well,
mode.
we can hold the peace or we can wage war, but I'm gonna get what I came for. Real gang, that's a true name. We all graduated to the two-door. Sacred Global, that's an infrastructure. All y'all niggas like the Titanic. I'm the iceberg, talking no Zucker on the front lines, but we don't panic. Shit getting messy, got nothing to rest in. I'm tired of niggas, they front they blessings. They want my suggestion, but don't want the fee. I'm just doing me, I don't answer their questions. All this flexing, got no one to see. All this aggression, I just want some peace. Not even sure that I like it in heaven. I guess when we get there, then we gon' see. I do not understand, I do not get what you do. You only got one life, but you act like you got two. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transfer to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown.
You are the king and apology.
You about to see a new side of me, I hope you know. We stand up and watch our enemy go. Empire fall, my legacy grows. I might just hop on this melody flow. All this vision, no clarity though. Y'all play a game that I bear in my soul. Ebony ivory, nobody knows. Business vasectomy, nothing can grow. Everyone promises more than they actually do. We don't deliver on anything other than truth. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode.
He's heating up!
Stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. You really have people fooled out here, don't you? When are you peasants gonna learn that you can't pretend to be a king? It ends today.
Enough with this weight loss bullshit.
Take a step back and literally fuck your own face. Let's learn about getting healthy. Let me tell you something, Thunder Twat.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole in a mouth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing. Testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 2065 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gaincast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and yo hoes? It's your boy Papa Swole, yo, back with another episode. And today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you, is sponsored by Everest and K2 Flexing on all you.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer. It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
All right, fam, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Daily Swole episode 2065. It is FEF. And if you haven't noticed, it is FEF for 2020 Schwam. 2020 Schwam is gone. Go fuck yourself, 2021. Go fuck yourself. We're done with you. The SwoleFam is done with you, 2021. We're done with you. We're done. Drop some biceps and gorillas in the comments below if you're done with 2021. If you're done with 2021 and you want to just tell 2021 to go suck an egg, drop in the comments down below. I think we're ready for 2022, don't you think, fam?
I'd be the luckiest guy alive if that
I think we're ready. I think we're ready for 2020 stew. We are ready. Okay, drop in the comments down below. What did you smash today, or what are you going to smash today? We got a great show. It is FEF. We are FEFing 2021. Today is a day. Look at the scrolly McScrollerson at the bottom of your screen. It's a day in which we delete, unfollow, we unfriend, we get rid of all the fucking noise, we tighten our circle, we focus really deep. We go really deep on pillar number 1, community. So drop in the comments down below. What are you doing today to celebrate FEF? What are you doing to celebrate FEF? Man, yesterday, speaking of community, speaking of SwoleFam, how was that round table last night? It was fucking lit. Holy shiznit. That fucking round table was off the chain. And if you missed it live, man, did you miss out on an epic round table? So that will be up shortly. I don't believe it's up yet, but it will be up inside Swole TV, so you can catch the replay. It was fire. It was great. What an amazing round table. So enjoy that one. That's gonna slap you across the nips. That's gonna slap you across the fucking nips. Great round table. If you don't know what the round tables are, those are the live calls between myself and other members of the SwoleFam with a live chat and call-ins, and it's fantastic. So we had great discussion. Make sure you catch the replay if you're a member. You can get access to all of those inside Swolenormous X. Join the fam today, swolenormousx.com. And that's just a little bit of a heads up, just because we had to get to that first. We had to do that before we even busted the nut, before we get into the tip. We had to do that first because it was so fucking good. Had to make sure that, you know, we gave a shout out to the SwoleFam for that one. So excellent job, everyone. Great conversation. And on to today's show. FEF. Drop in the comments down below. Hashtag FEF and what you are doing to celebrate FEF today. Let's get into today's episode. Let's jump right into it. I'm excited. I'm amped up. I'm still shivering. I'm a little bit chilly after my cold plunge, but I am ready. I got the coffee warming me up. And man, are we ready to crush 2022, fam. It's going to be a big fucking year. It's going to be a huge fucking year. It really will be. I think it's going to be an absolutely amazing year inside the SwoleFam, just like every other fucking year. Am I right? Or am I right? I'm right. Let's bust this nut open. Hit that like button, subscribe, leave us a review if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that good shit. And let's summon the Falcon and have a fucking hell of a show. Put some respect on it.
USA, greatest country in the world.
FEF 2021. 2021 can go FEF itself. You can go FEF yourself, 2021. We don't need you. We don't need you. Let's zoom in a little bit more on that sexy Tessie. I think we need a little bit more of a zoom in. There we go. We got the pillar. Let's back up a little bit. Let's get that zoom nice and tight. Looking good. FEF 2020 Schwam. Schwam. FEF you. FEF you 2021. We don't need you no more. We don't need you no more. And of course, hey, we got Leo. We got Leo drinking champagne. If there's ever a day where Leo's going to booze, it's going to be today, of course. Of course. Look at that sexy beach. Her tail's looking a little bit whack. Falcon, what'd you do to her? What'd you do?
Because.
I can't believe you. I can't believe you. The audacity. You're going to leave her like that? You're going to leave her all hot, messy like that? My God. Messy Tessie. That messy Tessie. All right. Hashtag FEF Schwam. And let's get into today's show. You ready, fam? You ready for a great show? You ready for a great show? Let's fucking do it. Let's do it. Let's get into some SwoleFam posts. Let's do it. Let's moisturize. It's time for that tip. Babe, just an inch. Let's do it. It's cold outside. All right, let's do it, friends. Let's do it, fam. Let's get into it. The first post today is from, guess who it's from? Guess who's gracing us with his presence? We got Brandon here. We got Brandon. Man. No, wrong one. The other Brandon. Okay. Brandon writes, doing the 90-day dash again, as it has been a good while since I did any serious weightlifting. Only day 2 and I don't remember it kicking my ass this much the first time. Forward progress for the win. Indeed, brother. Indeed. We got a post here from Duke. I've lost 10 pounds. I just finished week 5 of the 90-day dash. My mobility has increased tremendously. Thanks to the SwoleFam, and thanks to you, dude, put in the work. Let's fucking go. Beast of a start. Let's get a little Hadouken. All right, fucking SwoleFam's crushing it. We got a post here from Dustin. Dustin writes, I lost all my weight, PP, which is pre-papa. Pre-papa. However, this is the first time that I've ever developed any definition or built muscle, and I'm so very thankful to the fam for that. For the first time in my life, I had to go up in a shirt size for all the right reasons. That's what we're fucking talking about, baby. That's what we're talking about. That's right. Go up in that shirt size. It's so nice when you're going from a schmedium. You're going from a schmedium to the legit medium, or schmedium to a large. Very nice. Or from a large to an extra large. You're so big, you're just extra. You're just extra beefy. We should reverse the sizes instead of having like the pro fat sizing and everything like that. We should have XS is just extra swole. So it's actually XS is extra large. It's like instead of extra large, it's extra swole. And then you have like LB for the smalls, like Lil Beesh, Big Beesh, extra swole kind of thing. I would do that for the store, but people would be all confused and people would be buying like the wrong size like crazy. They'd be like XS and they just get a fucking blanket. All right, let's see this post. We got a Christy post from Jen here. Very nice. Always a pate. Let's see what we got here. Great start to today's show. Jen, today is officially the last day of Schwam, and I FEF the bullshit of this year. 2020 ended with the loss of my grandmother, and a few weeks later, Schwam began with the loss of my uncle, who was like a father to me. I've had so much mental growth along the way amidst the bullshit that came along with the grief. I am no longer that person that uses life-altering situations as an excuse to quit. I've learned to block out the noise around me for the most part. My husband hired an attorney to leave his crooked gym partners behind, and that alone was a blessing in disguise. Schwam did me dirty, but I truly learned a lot about being myself along the way. I finished 2 rounds of the 90-day dash, which was huge because I've never finished a program like that in my life, let alone twice. I went back to jiu-jitsu and started a BJJ Instagram community as well that has opened so many opportunities for me thanks to a certain someone, Winky Face. Mama Swolio, I say this on the daily, but I am truly blessed to have you as a friend in my corner. I started a jiu-jitsu page on Instagram that has opened up some doors for me, and I'm so thankful I took the leap of faith and just went for it. I have built a bond with everyone here, and I'm thankful for our Telegram chats as well. To all my swole wenches, swole wenches, I love you ladies. CJ and I have also had the pleasure of forming a friendship thanks to this community, and I couldn't be more stoked to have a friend in her as well. I also started a business in September with my friend, and it's been going over pretty well also. Thursday was the final test of my strength as I went to mediation with my daughter's father. The ding-dong is taking me to court to request more time upon the time he already doesn't spend with her. I didn't lose my cool, and I sat with my head held high. Sadly, we didn't reach an agreement, and now we take it to court. But I want to thank you all for the pep talk going into it because I really did need it. So with that said, I'm actually thankful for Schwente and the entire SwoleFam community. Thank you, Papa, for all you do. I wouldn't be here to tell my story if it weren't for you. May 20 or Schwente bring in the gains because this is only the beginning, fam. What an amazing post. Of course, the flair. The dates have to be read properly, by the way. Jen, that's a great post. That's intense. That's intense. And look, talk about Christine crushing it, Jen crushing it. The swole wenches, the swole sluts are absolutely destroying it. Absolutely destroying it. So even despite the downturn at the end of 2020 and going into 2021, I mean, it's been a bumpy ride for many people. It's just been a lot of stuff going on, whether or not your local area is having issues. It's just been it's been a crazy time for pretty much everyone in the world. It's one of the unique times where everyone's affected by the same thing around the world. So it's been really different for many of you, but you can see here that despite setbacks, personal, family, it didn't hold her back. So it's really a mindset. It's really how you execute, and it's really how you use these situations and turn them into your own advantage. Because what's the choice? Either Jen can wallow in misery and not do anything about it and just make excuses for not doing things, or she can improve her life dramatically and, find her love for martial arts again and get really involved with new businesses and new relationships. It's fantastic. So more round of applause. Awesome. It's fantastic, Jen. Mama Swolio and myself, we're very proud of you, as well as everyone else in the SwoleFam. So keep us posted. SwoleFam's fucking crushing it. SwoleFam is absolutely crushing it. What else is new? What else is new? Is it Friday already? Is it another Friday? SwoleFam crushes it 7 days a week. Saturdays. Swole Slut Saturday. Yo, come on. What a great... Okay, let's pause for a second. What a great way to end the year. We have Fef on the last day of Schwente. Of course, we celebrate our new year already, so it's technically the new year for us. But the first day, January 1st, is Swole Slut Saturday. I mean, can you plan something better than that? Can you plan something better than that? I don't think you can. Because we're going to sling some huge SwoleFam knowledge cock on the first day of the new year. I'm fucking stoked. That just works out wonderfully. That might not happen again for a while, but that's fantastic. That's fantastic. All right. We also have a post here from Jessica, because we got to get hungry first thing in the morning. I guess it's not the morning. I guess it's kind of like, for some of you, it's the morning. It's getting up towards noon. From Jessica, making the bacon-wrapped pineapple from the kitchen recipes while listening to the live roundtable tonight. I hope everyone is enjoying their night. I will tell you, pineapple and bacon, that is fucking phenomenal. That is phenomenal. Oh, it's so good. That's so good. That's amazing. That's amazing. Pineapple is one of my favorite fruits, and bacon is one of my favorite vegetables. I love it so much. Delicious, delicious, delicious. All right, let's get into that. Being said, fam, without further ado, let's get a round of applause. Let's get some gorilla grunts. Let's get some for the SwoleFam. Reminder that, man, if there is ever a time to crush it with the greatest people in the realm, now's the time to join the SwoleFam. Fuck your resolution season has been upon us for a few months, And is it ever upon us now? The arrows are raining down from the sky to blot out the sun. We are being attacked by the jabronis, people that make excuses, and people that are going to temporarily change their lives, quote unquote, and then fall back into old habits. Are you one of those people that makes a resolution or says you're going to do something different and try to change all your habits because it's January 1st? And then January 14th, you're sitting there on the couch, shoving your face full of donuts again because it was uncomfortable, because it was hard, because you did it wrong. You waited, you made changes for the wrong reasons. Fuck your resolution season means that you start today for the right reasons. You start with the right foundation. You start building the right habits properly. You don't jump into the deep end of the pool. You execute and you just don't look back. If you never quit, you don't have to start again. You can stop starting all the time. It's annoying, right? It's hard to start over and over again. Starting is the hard part. Well, guess what? If you don't quit, you don't have to fucking start again. Just adapt, adjust, and keep moving forward. Anyway, join the SwoleFam today. Check out all our awesome specials, SwoleNormusX.com. You get access to all the live streams, including all the private live calls. We do them for the accountability meetings every Monday. And also last night, we had our roundtable. Another applause for the roundtable. That was great for those of you that just might be joining live. Last night was fucking fire. Just another day, just another roundtable, just another time the SwoleFam crushed it again. Great conversation, and that will be up shortly today if you have not caught it yet, if you weren't there last night inside SwoleNormusX. And of course, the roundtables are available with all memberships. Go check it out. SwoleNormusX.com. It's the fucking greatest. Don't miss out. Don't miss out on all those gains. We ain't waiting for you. We ain't waiting for you. All right, let's take some questions. We'll take a couple questions. We'll get right into balls deep, and then we'll fucking go crush the day. All right, let's do this question first from Miss Kiarioko. Miss Kiarioko? Miski Irioko. Miskier Yoko? Mrs. Kyer Yoko? Mrs. I think I'm good, right? Is that it? Miss Kyer Yoko? Miss Kyrie Oko, Miss Kirioko, Miss K Yerioko. I think it's Miss Carrie Karaoke, Miss. I don't know. What's going on here? I couldn't hack the name. Hi, Papa. Jesus Christ. Hi, Papa. My question is about weighing myself. Why is there a difference between morning or afternoon weighing? Oh, good question. Well, the best time to weigh yourself is in the morning after you go to the bathroom. Number one, go to the bathroom. Wake up, pee, poo, go to the bath and go weigh yourself. If that's when you're going to weigh yourself. I don't think you should weigh yourself more than once a week or two, but that's the best time to do it, to be more consistent. In the afternoon, you're drinking water, you're hydrating, you're eating food by that time, and your weight's going to be different. You want to weigh yourself when you're most consistent. And the thing is, let's say you weigh yourself in the evening, it's normal. You're going to weigh yourself in the evening. You might weigh 5 pounds more than you did earlier in the day. If you're drinking tons of water, you're exercising, eating food, that's still in your system. You might go to the bathroom during the day, of course, but in the evening, you're going to weigh more just because you've been saturating your body with food and fluids all day. In the morning, you're going to fluctuate from day to day because you're not eating exactly the same amount of food. You're not utilizing the exact amount of water. You're not utilizing that exact amount of calories every single day. So it's going to fluctuate day to day, which is why you don't need to weigh yourself every day. You might be 149 on Monday, and on Tuesday you're 147, and then you're 148, and then you're 149 again. Like, you're going to fluctuate a pound or two or more maybe, from day to day, depending on your energy expenditure and X, Y, and Z. So making sure that you understand that and understand weighing yourself consistently. And the most consistent you can be is in the morning, go to the bathroom, get the fluids out. That way you're weighing as raw weight as you can. You don't want those extra fluids or, excrement, for example, in your body, because that's not really the weight that you're concerned with. So you want to standardize when you weigh yourself. But that's why. So good question. Good question. I don't think we've gotten that in a while, at least. Let's see. Question here live. Tyler, what are your opinions on younger kids, 15 through 17, getting a coach and providing them with what they need to do with training and nutrition? I mean, you can find this information online. You can get a coach. What does that mean, a coach? Like a personal trainer? It doesn't matter who it is or where they get the information, as long as they're getting the right information. So, whether it's their parents, I mean, I think parents should have this information, but of course, you can't hold everyone responsible for knowing everything. But this is like fundamental, nutritional concepts that we're talking about here, which is why we're trying to spread the word as much as possible. But in terms of training and nutrition, I mean, I think that's fine if kids want to be training. I think if you're training properly, you're not doing too much overload, then you can build up that tolerance and it won't affect your growth. I mean, it takes a lot of damage to affect growth plates and stuff. But if you're 15, 16, you could be doing physical activity for sure. You could be lifting weights, moderately and learning the skills and building proper form. And then, of course, as you get older, you go heavier and heavier and you can start doing it. I really started training hard. Let me see, like lifting hard. I would say when I was like, 16, 17, I started lifting a lot more. So I think it's great if the coach knows what they're fucking doing. I mean, if they're teaching them like crap, then that's not going to be good either. Thoughts on sushi? I love simple tuna roll with sriracha. Pros and cons. Usually, I guess it's like farmed fish. I mean, it depends on what sushi place you go to. Obviously, wild caught is better for anything, but most sushi places probably aren't getting wild caught fish. I don't really know I'm not sure where you're getting your sushi from, but I like sashimi, so I'm not eating tons of the other stuff with the rolls. You're getting foods that are fried. If you're getting like the fried crispy things, or just fried in vegetable oils and soy sauce, I avoid soy and other things. I'm not sure what's in sriracha. I don't eat that, but I do like sushi. I like sashimi. Sushi's good too, but I don't necessarily want all the things that they roll it in with. So it depends on what the sushi roll is, because I don't mind white rice. So it depends on what's in it. But you can always customize or get like, hey, I want this roll with X, Y, and Z. So you can get avocado and different things like that. But I do like sushi. I just don't get all the nasty stuff at the sushi restaurants. I like sashimi and then maybe some certain sushi rolls. But I do like it. That's one of the few things that I'll eat when I go out. We'll do seafood and sushi. Like, I'm not going to go out for steak. Make a steak at home. And this is kind of off topic, but what's the infection rate in Florida for what? COVID? Here in Quebec, despite a very high vaccination rate, COVID-19 and harsh measures, our hospitals are being overwhelmed. Yeah, people are deficient in vitamin D and they don't take care of their health. So vitamin D is a massive protectant against many viruses, including COVID. So the infection rate in Florida, how am I going to know? I don't know. These numbers are usually not accurate in any state because it takes a long time for these numbers to be reported. It takes like several weeks for deaths to be reported. So a lot of these numbers are just made up from, especially the ones that you see on mainstream media, but the infection rate's really not important. The cases are not important. And I can't believe we're still talking about cases when it comes to COVID. The cases don't matter. Like, what matters if people are like symptomatic and having complications and going to hospitals, but everyone's going to get it. Everyone's going to get it at some point now, or maybe in like 20 years. Like, you're going to get it. It's here. You're going to get it at some point. The question is, how are you going to react? And is your body going to be fortified and healthy when you do get it, so you don't have complications? Which is why it's important to be taking getting in your organ meats and getting plenty of sleep and taking vitamin D, and whether you're like supplementing with electrolytes and zinc and other important vitamins and minerals. Take care of yourself. If you're not healthy, you're going to have complications with the flu, with COVID, with heart disease, with diabetes, with everything. All right, let's see. Oh my God, that coffee went down the...
Make me happy.
My God, I tried to cough off. I inhaled that coffee by accident. Try to burp. Let's see. Tyler, have you ever thought about being a part of a sponsor bodybuilding or athletic wear? Or has that not been on your mind? I'm not a big fan of sponsorships. I've never come across anything that I wanted to really get involved with for one reason or another. So in terms of bodybuilding or athletic wear, we got Swolenormous apparel. Now, of course, it's not necessarily bodybuilding or athletic wear, but You know, it depends. I'll never say never if something that I don't create myself and something that I really believe in that's really awesome and I like everything about it and it fits. It has to be right, but I don't do sponsorships unless I'm doing the sponsoring because we have our own things going on. In terms of individual suggestions or people that maybe approach for one thing or another, it depends on individual, but there's a reason why we don't do sponsorships. So I don't run ads on the podcast or the shows. Only stuff for Swolenormous X is because, yeah, you know, I don't associate with I don't associate with people, companies, or things for many reasons. But it's I also don't like things like when you're on podcasts and shows and stuff when you're just getting like tons and tons and tons of ads that are pretty non sequitur. They're just disjointed. They're just random. I don't like people having any kind of sway or say over anything that I do, which isn't necessarily the case with a sponsorship or with running an advertisement, but it has to be right, which is why I haven't done anything for the past 6 years. No plans in particular, but you never know. You never know. I'm not against it, but it has to be like, you know, the clouds have to part. It's like, oh, it has to be, ooh, that's a good idea. That makes sense. Aside from that, Swolenormous X is the shit. Join the fam today. We promote our own shit. I don't promote other people's shit, but we promote our own stuff regularly. And relentlessly, because the SwoleFam's the tits. But yeah, there might be something maybe with an equipment company or, you know, where you can get certain piece of equipment that I really enjoy. So things like that. But, yeah, something that I'm not going to be making myself. Like I'm not going to be out there like, you know, welding steel and iron. So if there's like a company out there that makes awesome equipment and I really enjoy their stuff and like, hey, SwoleFam, you should go here and get stuff here, then I'm open to it. All right, let's see. Let's see here. Medea, do you have suggestions for breaking a weight loss plateau? Sure. It depends on the context. It's really not enough just to say a weight loss plateau because there could be many reasons. Could be sleep related, could be nutrition related, could be exercise related, could be stress related. There could be a lot of reasons why it could not really be a plateau. You just might perceive it as a plateau. So if you have some more details as to like what you're doing, maybe you can have some suggestions. What's your nutrition like? Like, what are you doing? Let's follow up with that in another comment. Let's see. Trevere, I'm vaccinated. I work in healthcare and still ended up getting sick, but I didn't have complications versus the coworker. I have then ended up versus the coworker that has then ended up on oxygen and they eat shit and don't exercise. Or you said you have? Or you didn't have complications. Well, you know what? Yeah. I'm looking at a couple comments here. Can you imagine, Mike, having Swole brand exercise equipment? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Like I said, I'm open to anything. I'm open to stuff. You never know. All in due time. Maxwell, Elijah, Papa Swole, can you release a Swole since birth flag? Possibly. That could be a cool one, like the vertical drop. Any other? We're definitely going to expand. Expand flags. I think that would look sick on vertical. That would look sick on a vertical. So that was an idea. So we have the 7 pillars. How many of you dropped? How many of you grabbed your flags over there at papaswolio.com? By the way, brand new drops. Flags are available. papaswolio.com. Use code DailySwole for 10% off. Oh, let's see here. Okay, let's see. As more comments come through. Sinmug. Training for years. Tips for treating unspecific back pain. Physio said just work around it. Well, That's that's not going to solve the problem. Training for years for unspecific back pain. Jeez, it's really hard to know just by a comment. Like, I don't know how you move. I can't observe your movements, or there's no context as to what caused it or what you've been doing your entire life. But yoga, for sure. If you're not a member of Swolenormous X, I can just give you some suggestions. So if you join the fam, you can check out in the masterclass section, ankle, hip, and knee mobility masterclasses, which are great. We'll break down alignment of the lower body and how to strengthen weak muscles and create balance around the ankles, knees, and hips. There's certain exercises like Jefferson curls, anterior tibialis work, knee strengthening mobility exercise for muscles that cross the hip and the knee to correct alignment there. Certain upper body exercise that could be great for correcting posture. So a lot of these things are essential, but they take time. So practicing yoga is a great start. And I would recommend, if you are just listening to this and maybe you can't join the fam for whatever reason, check out links.papasolio.com in the show notes down below. You can check out a free yoga class if you want to give it a shot. But back pain can come from a couple different things, and it can come from imbalances and come from weakness and come from an impact injury. So if it's unspecific, it's still coming from somewhere. There's still a reason for it. So can't go too particular with that, but just some ideas. Question from G Holly 32. Papa Swole, I asked before, ever had bear meat before? I hunt them and I'm curious. I have not, but I heard it's delicious. Anyone else here watching live get that bear meat? Get that bear meat? Let's see what's up. Papa Swole, how long till we get nuts on chin squat shorts? I don't know. Yeah, you could just, Mike says you could just cut the crotch out of your regular shorts. Nice.
Because.
Just hang dong. Will the SwoleFam meetup take place in 2022? No plans yet. Nothing scheduled. We'll see how the year gets started. I got a lot of stuff going on in the beginning of the year, so we'll see. We'll see how this year goes and see how things start to work out. I have a feeling things are going to get fucking crazy, but at least the location would be in the free state of Florida. So at least there's that. So you will find out, all of you will find, you'll have that information front and center. You'll know before anyone else. Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Medea. Thanks, Papa. I'm working out consistently, doing the 90-day dash, and my nutrition is pretty good. Not getting enough sleep, and I do have stress from work. Well, I definitely wanted more information than that. So nutrition's pretty good. What are we talking about here, right? So pretty good meaning what? And I ask because, not that I'm saying it's not good, but maybe it's better than you think, or maybe it's worse than you think, or, in other words, you have to control what you can control. Are you lifting weights? You said you're doing the 90-day dash. You're not getting enough sleep. That's a huge factor for not losing body fat. You're going to have limitations with how much fat you're going to lose. Your body will actually retain more fat if you're not getting enough sleep. Stress from work can compound poor sleep, can keep cortisol levels elevated. So I would make sure you're practicing your brain gains more regularly and tightening up your nutrition, your lifting. You said you're already training. So sleep, right? Sleep, nutrition, and meditation. Like, if you have room to improve, then don't question why you might be in a plateau. You shouldn't be focusing on the scale because that's going to stress you out more. But when you look at it like, hey, I'm not doing A, B, and C, so what do you expect the outcome to be, right? What do you expect the outcome to be? So if you're not really nailing your nutrition, you're not getting enough sleep, you're stressed out, maybe you're not centering yourself or meditating enough and being consistent, it's like, what do you expect? So this is a reason. It's a wake-up call. It's good. It's good to be aware and outline that stuff. And don't forget, the mindfulness, the brain gains training will help you kind of undo and ignore the nonsense from work that you're dealing with, and also your own nonsense too. So it's kind of like a self call out as well. DF Heinz, Papa Swole, how to grow an awesome beard. Oh, fuck yeah. Chicken or the egg, we always say, right? You make sick fucking gains, you grow a beard. You have a bigger beard, you make more sick fucking gains. Or sick fucking gains increase, your beard increases exponentially. And then boom, boom, boom. It's like a fucking avalanche. It's like a cartoon, a snowball just rolling down the hill, picking up dogs and cats along the way. Bam, 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 bam. Just fucking growing till it can't stop anymore. Like Spider-Man 2. Let's see. Awesome beard. Well, it comes down to genetics. I mean, but my beard wasn't always super. I mean, when I started growing it out, it actually has gotten better. Like the hair quality has improved as I have over the years improved and increased my fat intake, my nutrition, my sleep, getting more sun, like my hair, skin, and nails. It's very related with bone broth and plenty of collagen. I'm eating bone marrow all the time. So nutrition's huge. Don't think that you're going to get a better beard just by rubbing something on the outside of your face. It's going to start from within. Of course, genetics play a role too, but it's also your diet, your lifestyle habits, getting enough sleep. Like this is how your body regenerates. So you need to take care of yourself. So there's a lot of different factors there, but nutrition, check out all our content on nutrition. And yeah, I know it's a good question, but just topical stuff isn't really the answer. Only, of course, again, genetics, but people forget like what grows your hair. It's like your body from the inside. You need these nutrients. Let's see. Sarah, what exactly is the cold plunge? Is in the shower or bath or a few seconds or minutes? Or the benefits? Cold plunge, everyone can do it a little bit differently. It depends on what you have access to. I have a cold plunge that actually keeps the temperature low, keeps it like 39, 40 degrees all the time. You can get a big bucket. There's like big cylindrical buckets. You can get in vertically. You can get your own bathtub or like a, freezer chest. People do different things. You fill up with water and get bags of ice. Or if you're outside in the snow, you can get one of those big, like, steel or metal bins and fill it up with water. And then it's going to freeze overnight. And then kind of like you break the ice and you can get into it that way if you live in a colder climate. So the cold plunge, you're literally getting into cold water. I mean, showers, you can take a cold shower. That's beneficial too, but it doesn't, lower your body temperature enough. It's not cold enough to get all the amazing. Cold showers are great, but it's not the same thing as a cold plunge because it's not as cold. It's like taking a warm shower. It's different than like a sauna, for example. For a few seconds or minutes, no, you do it for, there's different ways to do it. You could do like a minute or two, get out, get back in. I usually do anywhere between today, actually. I went long. I just felt I could have stayed in longer and longer and longer. I just felt zoned out and I was in there for like 7 minutes or so today. The problem is when you're in there for a long time, there's like a longer recovery after. I'm like cold for a lot longer after. So I just felt really good. And I'm like, I'm just going to go long today. But I usually get in there for usually anywhere between like 3 to 5 minutes. The bare minimum for me is 3 minutes at this point. But usually I go a little bit longer. It depends on how I'm feeling. Yeah. And it's fantastic. So benefits, for men, it's great for testosterone. It's great for anxiety. It's great for women too. You're not going to improve. It's not going to be like jack you up. Like you're not going to look like a dude. Doesn't, give you a septum piercing or anything, but it's also going to improve circulation, it's better for my sleep, recovery, because you're literally icing your body. It gets so deep. So it's muscle soreness and joint inflammation. It's really great for, like I said, circulation, your circulatory system, and great for blood pressure, great for anxiety. It's fantastic. So definitely you can start with cold showers. That's a big one. Cold shower is a big one. That's great. Start with cold showers. It's great to be able to do it all the time, depending on what your setup is. If you have the ability to make ice or, otherwise you go and get a bunch of bags of ice and you do it maybe a couple times a week. I do it twice a day. I do it in the morning, once in the morning and once in the evening. Hadley Evangeline Owen. Hi, Papa. I'm a vegan and thinking of starting to eat meat. I've been a vegan for 10 years. Oh, welcome. Welcome to the show. Welcome to health. No, okay. Well, let's pause on this for a second because I think this is going to be important. So you're a vegan. You're thinking of starting to eat meat. What's going on? So what led you to being a vegan, and why are you considering eating meat? And I have a couple other resources that would be great for you to listen to in terms of, you know, educating yourself on the benefits as a female. Just a little more context would be great as to why you became a vegan and why you are thinking about this, what brought you here today, and what is having you consider adding meat back into your diet. There are a couple great podcasts I would recommend listening to. I mentioned this many times, but the podcast on Dr. Paul Saladino's Fundamental Health podcast with his guest, Dr. Jamie Seaman, Seeman. So you can find that Apple Podcast or Spotify. So those episodes, there's one done at the beginning of 2021 and another one at the end of 2020. Fantastic. So those are great. And they talk about, you know, prenatal, postnatal, perimenopausal, postmenopausal, just female nutrition, the importance of organ meats, the importance of grass-fed, you know, healthy, regeneratively farmed, just like healthy, high quality grass-fed beef and wild game, and the importance of organ meats for female nutrition. It's unbelievably important. So definitely recommend those podcasts as well for more technical and a great breakdown. My weight has been up often. I ruck with weights and I'm active. Definitely could improve, but being vegan is hard for me to get protein. Where do you think I should start? Well, where do I think you should start? I would say the best, well, first off, it would be understanding the difference between and the importance of quality over quantity. So I would not recommend all of a sudden after being vegan for 10 years, like, hey, go eat just pound beef all the time. I would just start with like smaller quantities just to see how your stomach, because remember your gut biome, your body needs chance to adapt. So things like if you're getting eggs, it'll be pastured eggs, whole eggs. It would be, you know, grass-fed beef, whether it's ground beef or any kind of like other cut, but grass-fed beef. I would also recommend organ meats. So if you don't have access, you have an egg intolerance. Well, dairy and egg obviously are different, but dietary restrictions and food allergies led me to vegan dairy/egg intolerance. Well, it also depends on what kind, because we were talking yesterday about some people get acid reflux from eating grain-fed beef, but not from grass-fed beef. So maybe it could be the lower quality eggs you might have been consuming, but you can wait on the eggs. Some people do have egg allergies. That's not uncommon. I would recommend looking into, just grass-fed beef, starting with like smaller, maybe a few ounces, and see how you feel and start implementing that. I think you'll find a difference. Or, you know, grass-fed steak, I think you'll find an amazing difference, boost of energy. Also, Nature's Multivitamin grass-fed liver. Now, you know, going from a vegan, I don't want to like scare you off and be like, oh my God, that's gross, or this is a huge change, and it might be a lot all at once. So you can also look up, there's different supplements out there that can get you a blend of organ meats to at least get these nutrients of desiccated organs into your flow. Some good companies are heartandsoil.co. That's Dr. Paul Saladino's company, and they have grass-fed supplements. Also, ancestral supplements are good for getting like a general beef organ supplement or a beef liver supplement, but you can also find grass-fed organ meats and stuff online depending on where you live. So it sounds like you're not vegan for the morality concerns. You're doing it more for health, which I think is, you know, I think it's admirable that you're trying to pursue health. Like you had dietary restrictions, you had allergies, so you're navigating it. Inside Swolenormous X, what we do is the elimination diet, where we test and we re-implement foods after like a 6 to 8 week period to test and see which foods work best for us as individuals, because it's very easy for me to say, hey, I think you should eat grass-fed beef and organ meats and bone broth. Bone broth would be also fantastic, but you know, adding in all these fats all of a sudden could cause some indigestion just at the beginning, maybe some loose stools and stuff like that, just because you're adding in. That's why you don't want to just all of a sudden go boom, like hardcore, you know, keto carnivore or something like that. Any of those drastic changes can be a lot for the body to handle. So I forget where I was going just before this. I forget what I was saying up to that point. But anyway, I think you'll find in terms of your energy, in terms of your recovery, it's going to be a massive improvement. Massive improvement. I think I was talking about the morality versus, approaching it for health. Yeah, we do the elimination diet. And in other words, it's very easy to say, hey, this is what I eat. You should eat that, or you should try that. It works great for me. Well, it's going to work great for most people, I believe, with maybe some subtle tweaks on individual level that would accommodate for people's individual preferences, what someone would adhere to, and, other things, because we all have different gut biomes. We all have different genetics. Like, and those things do play a role. So we have to be aware of that. But more often than not, humans, like, we'll be pretty consistent with what we would thrive best on. And then depending on, how we react to individual foods, we can just adjust and tweak. But high quality animal food, so the quality over the quantity. And also over at swolenormousx.com, you could download the 7 pillars, which will give you a great foundation for like everything that we think about and everything, our approach to community, to training, to nutrition, and kind of a background of why quality is more important than quantity, and why focusing on the food, the nutrient density is should be the primary focus. But yeah, I think you'll find fantastic benefits. I know you will, because we all do. It'll change your life. You'll find amazing benefits, and especially something like grass-fed beef liver will give you, it's nature's multivitamins, can give you all the vitamin B that you might be missing, and just you're gonna feel so much better. You'll feel great right away. But just understand that in terms of the quantity, you got to be careful. Just at the start, it's a big shift from moving and kind of leaning away from vegan. But for human health, it's gonna be dramatically better for you. I might have missed one thing. Maxwell, what's the best source online for fresh grass-fed beef liver? I would check the best source online, the go-tos, and I'm trying to get a link for all of you guys, but there's some other good places. I'm not sure if ButcherBox has it. I know there's White Oak Pastures, and also Grassland Beef are great resources. So you can choose which one you like or which one is best for you based on shipping or where you're located. I know you're in the Northwest, right? So, I mean, these places are usually shipping from, I think, Texas and Missouri and places like that. So, and there could be, I think there's a lot of other sites on there too. There's a lot of other ones that are, in terms of the best. I haven't tried all of them, but those I have. I was trying to get some like discount code or something like that. Not the sponsorship thing that we just Tyler was asking earlier, but get you guys like a discount on some of the stuff. So we'll see if that comes around, or if I get an affiliate link up, I'll post. I've been trying to, but for some reason it's processing for a while. So I'll have to contact them to see if I can get you guys some direct links. What I wanted to do was get some links and then link it all in the kitchen. So like when you have a recipe, you're like, ooh, I like that, I want to make that. There's a link to get that actual food. So I'm going to try to, that's going to be an undertaking. As you know, the recipes are just, there's so many fucking so many recipes, but that's what I would want to do, and like go back through all that. So we'll see. Oh, there you go. Pedro, Heart and Soil discount code, Carnivore MD. Yeah, that's, I guess that's obviously his company. I think you forgot that E there, Pedro, but that should be it. Yeah. Chris, just been told by the general contractor we work with on the site my men and I are on, Monday we have to start working while wearing masks regardless, distance, inside, outside, what have you. Jesus fucking Christ.
Attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
I'm just going to rant for you, Chris. Wearing masks outside is fucking retarded. It's absolutely insane. Okay? COVID's not spread on boxes. It's not sticking to people. It's not the bubonic plague. It's not just flying outside in the air. It's not in the dirt. It's not raining down from the fucking sky. Wearing a mask outside is worthless. This virus escaped from a level 4 lab. You think a little piece of bullshit cloth around your mouth is going to fucking stop it? I think the size is like 1 micron, and like these masks don't stop anything less than like 5 microns, whatever the fuck it is. Like it's not even blocking it at all. It just goes through it. You're just affecting your respiratory capacity. You're just poisoning yourself by breathing in your waste. It's awful. Yeah. Complete fucking bullshit. Tyler, it's been cloudy and raining here for the past week now, and the sun hasn't been out since. What type of vitamin D supplement would you recommend? All right, so in terms of vitamin D, you're not going to get enough vitamin D unless you're getting like full body vitamin D, like shirt off, like you're out in the sun. Plus, this time of year, they actually go over vitamin D in depth on the recent Brett Weinstein podcast with the two doctors, or they're both PhDs or doctors, researchers. I think the last one on the Dark Horse podcast is great on vitamin D. But the angle of the sun, I think they were saying the angle of the sun this time of year, because it's less than 45 degrees from the earth, you're not getting vitamin D, even in Florida, I don't believe, just because the sun is too low. So the UVB rays refract, and you're not getting them. Plus you have the environmental and just pollution stuff. So the UVB isn't getting through. Another reason why you don't want to wear sunblock, I always talk about, it blocks UVB, which inhibits, it's not going to create, your body's not going to create vitamin D without it. So wearing sunblock actually is fucking terrible for you. So you supplement, and I think it was anywhere between like 5,000 and 10,000. I think they were saying that the minimum recommendation from the government is like 400 or 800, but I think they said in the podcast that it should be around 7,000. So if you're taking 5, and it's different because if you don't know where your vitamin D levels are from blood work, you might need more than you think. You might need 5 times as much as that to bring your levels up, but you won't know. But at least taking some would be beneficial. So if you get blood work done, you see your vitamin D levels, then you can make proper adjustments. So, I'm not a doctor. Go talk to yours and figure that out. But what type of vitamin D supplement would you recommend? Most of them are good. I mean, there's some of them out there. I mean, you can get them on Amazon, get them anywhere. I would say just make sure you're looking in the ingredients. I mean, a lot of them I think are mixed with like extra virgin or organic extra virgin olive oil. That's fine. But make sure you're not getting ones with stearates or any other kinds of, additional things in the capsule. Like as minimum, you don't want any kind of vegetable oils, and aside, extra virgin olive oil, that'll be all right. But you want to make sure you're not getting other crap in your vitamin D capsules. But I think there's ones from like other companies like a Nordic company where you get it from deep water fish. There's a lot of different places you can get that from. It's super cheap, vitamin D, and that's why they try to shove it under the rug for the impact of preventing against COVID, because it's dirt cheap and you can buy cases of it for pennies. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of info. Is there a difference between vitamin D and vitamin D3? That's just too detailed. I mean, I think it's just all D3. Vitamin D3 is just the slang. There might even be multiple types. There's like hundreds of types of vitamin C. It's just probably like the certain form. There's a lot of resonance structures and different for every type of vitamin. But apparently one of the interesting things from the podcast is that vitamin D, they're talking about how vitamins are actually by definition what you can't make inside the body. So it's actually a misnomer. It should be pre-hormone D rather than vitamin D. Like it shouldn't actually be called vitamin D because it's not technically a vitamin. So that was interesting. So usually on the back, it might be vitamin D3. Like in other words, it might be just saying it vitamin D on the front, but there are many different types of most of these compounds in different forms. Yeah, zinc is good. But again, John, if you're getting beef liver, you're getting zinc too. So if you're eating grass-fed beef liver, you're getting zinc, you're getting selenium, you're getting a lot of these other compounds and things that, you could supplement a lot of stuff, or you eat enough organ meats, you're getting a lot of this stuff anyway. All right. Let's see. I'm going to look it up. I appreciate the question, but I'm just going to Google it to make sure. Let's see. Differences between vitamin D and D3. Vitamin D is manufactured both in plants and animals. Vitamin D3 is manufactured specifically in animals and is found on the skin of animals. Vitamin D exists in 5 forms. Vitamin D1, D2, 3, 4, and 5. And vitamin D3 is cholecalciferol. Vitamin D is not always beneficial for the body. The vitamin D2 can be toxic for the body. Vitamin D3 is good for the body. Vitamin D is a micronutrient necessary for the absorption of calcium, magnesium, and phosphate. Vitamin D3, a subtype of vitamin D produced by the skin. Well, that doesn't seem like a comparison. So in other words, vitamin D3 is one particular form of vitamin D. Let's see here. All right. Let's see. This is from onit.com. So I'm just going to read this that way. At least we can get the information out there because no one here is a vitamin D expert. Let's see. Summary. Vitamin D is an unusual vitamin because it acts like a hormone in your body. It helps bones absorb calcium, supports the immune system, and may aid in strength gain and fat loss. Damn right. Vitamin D is made in the body when your skin absorbs ultraviolet light, but most people don't get enough sunlight to reach adequate levels. Deficiency of vitamin D is common, so consuming a supplement may be beneficial. The D3 version of the vitamin is absorbed better than D2, making it a wiser choice for supplementation. So what it seems like is that it doesn't matter. You know, you're getting a usable form, so vitamin D3 is just like the specific form. That's fine. It seems like it'll do the same thing for the most part. Let's see. When your skin absorbs ultraviolet radiation, a cholesterol precursor in your body is converted to vitamin D3, which is one type of the D vitamin, the D. However, it's difficult for most people to get the amount of vitamin D they need from sun alone. Vitamin D is available in food, and many other foods are fortified with it. Nevertheless, vitamin D deficiency is common. Let's see here. Vitamin D is fat soluble, meaning that it dissolves in fats and oils and can be stored in the body for long periods. For years, scientists have shown that vitamin D promotes the absorption of calcium and phosphate from food in your gut, making it a key supporter of bone health. More recently, D has also gotten credit for the role it plays in muscle strength, performance, nerve transmissions, and immune health. Then it goes on to talk about, let's see. Oh, yeah, we're talking. Okay, so here's. All right, the best sources of vitamin D. The best sources of dietary D is from fish livers, such as cod liver oil. But let's see. Mackerel, salmon, sardines, swordfish, trout, and tuna all offer vitamin D, as do mushrooms and eggs. Let's see. Yep. So, pretty good stuff. Yeah, you could take D. Oop. Oh, no, don't. I almost quit the live stream. Holy shit. Wrong button. Where was I was going to say something. What was I going to say? Bone health. I was reading something and I was thinking I was going to say something right after. Oh, yeah. So the part that I read that states it. Where is it? Vitamin D is fat soluble, means that it dissolves in fats and oils and can be stored in the body for long periods. So that's what I was going to say. In the podcast with Brett Weinstein, they were talking about how, I mean, think about it. Think about it naturally when you don't have, let's go balls deep. Let's go balls deep because we're running. Not going to be able to get into much balls deep.
That's
today.
deep.
If we're not careful. All right, we're going to go deep. Let's go a little bit deeper, and let's go deeper with the D, right? Let's go a little bit deeper with the D. Perfect. Yeah. So in the summer, you'll get plenty of vitamin D. The sun's high. Your shadow is short, means you're getting the most impact from the sun, getting most UVB. You can create vitamin D. So it builds up in your fat cells in your body. It's like when you're really lean, you don't have enough fat for vitamin storage. And then, of course, into the winter, it stores in the fat cells, so you have enough throughout the winter. Maybe you're eating deep cold water fish and stuff like that, depending on where you live, or organ meats and stuff like that. And then as you go through and then back into the winter and the summer, boom, you come back out the other side. So in the podcast, they're talking about, and we've talked about how important vitamin D is for immune health since like 2020, since the beginning of 2020, because Brett Weinstein has been talking about vitamin D and having guests on his podcast and doctors. And it's been suppressed from the beginning. It's all about been getting vaccines. Vaccines are hide and wear 10 masks. Every single winter, you're going to have the spike because it is not cold and flu season. It's vitamin D deficiency season because people are not eating their proper ancestral diets. They're not getting cold water fish. They're usually in a different climate, so they're not getting enough sun, and they're not getting the vitamin D from their dietary that they would normally get. People are not getting vitamin D out in the sun even now, and they think they're getting vitamin D because they're getting out and they're getting some sunlight in Florida, but the sun is too low. You're not getting the UVB to create vitamin D. So supplement. You'll get the reason why they suppress this information about vitamin D is because it's so fucking cheap. They can't make money off it. Rachel just commented, I got 1 a week vitamin D3, 50,000 IU for like $20 for 2 years worth. Jesus Christ. Super cheap. So anyway, in other words, take your vitamin D. Take your vitamin D. All right, hit the like button, subscribe. Let's get into a couple balls deep pose. I think we got a couple videos. You might skip. Should we go right to the videos here? Let's see. We got a video too. Yeah. Ooh, we sure do. How do you know? All right, let's do. Let's see. We got a shit post first. Here we go. Let's do this one first. This is from Nicole Cruz, MSRDN. All right, let's see what we got here. Instagram post. It says, if your kids are on break and you have more sweets around, like me, and food feels chaotic and exhausting. Oh, it's so chaotic. Instead of throwing out all the sweets, requiring veggies to get dessert, and dictating portions, try maintaining a meal and snack structure, offering sweets at meals and snacks, talking about food neutrally. In other words, turn your child into a huge bitch. I'm going to talk about food neutrally. Yeah, because grass-fed steak is the same as ice cream. Yeah, twat. We got one from Reagan Chastain. Fat patients shouldn't have to accept the, quote, maybe if you're in a different body, you wouldn't be in pain as a treatment plan or prescription. They should be given the same options for dealing with aches, pains, injuries, etc. that thin people get. Well, a lot of times your injuries are because you're carrying around an extra fucking human on your back, on your gut, on your knees. So it's crushing your body and you eat like shit. So you have chronic inflammation, aches, pains, injuries. You're not going to treat the same person. That's not how fucking being a doctor works. You need to treat the patient, the individual, not be like, oh, well, because you're huge and I don't want to hurt your feelings, I'm going to tell you the same thing that I told someone who's not you. Are you fucking stupid? Jesus Christ. I don't want to hurt your feelings because you're fat. So I'm just going to tell you what I told my healthier person. I'm going to tell you the same thing. Your knee hurts? Oh, it couldn't possibly be the 300 extra pounds you have on your body. Couldn't be that. Couldn't be the 300 pounds you're carrying around. Yeah. Couldn't be the extra human you're carrying around. All right, we got a post here from Kiriaonisko on Instagram. It's a tweet. It's a twat. The average person will gain 1 pound of weight over the holidays. 1 pound. Somehow I don't believe that at all. Don't let trainers and diet companies scare you into thinking you need to, quote, lose the extra holiday pounds because there likely are none. I'm going to say Matt Damon. Okay. The average person will gain 1 pound. Let me tell you a little something about what the word average means. Okay. That means there are people that gain no pounds and there are people that gain 10 pounds. Okay. I'm guarantee that number is not 1. I guarantee the average person, get the fuck out of here. Where are you getting that? The average person, where are you getting that data? I do not think the average person gains probably a pound a week regularly. Like the average person gains a pound a week. The average person probably the average person easily gets, gains like 1 pound a month for sure. Couple, half a pound, 1 pound a month easily. The average person will gain 1 pound of weight. Says who? What are you talking about? Where the fuck are you getting that information? Trainers and diet companies scare you into thinking you need to lose the extra holiday pounds. How about you need to stop being a fat, lazy fuck, regardless of what anyone else says? Like, this is what happens when you're blaming trainers and diet companies. How about this? You shouldn't have that problem anyway. It shouldn't even be a concern, but you're letting it be a concern because you stuff your face and you don't really care. The average person, get the fuck out of here, 1 pound. The average person is probably gaining 5 times that easy, 5 or 10 pounds. No question about it. Give me a break. of fat, of water weight, of all sorts of things. Come on, man. Give me a break. All right, let's do a video. Number 1 or number 2?
What's in the box?
What we got here? Number 1 or number 2?
You're
Let's go. Drop it in the
insane, gold
comments
member.
down below. Drop in the comments down below. We got 2 videos. We got some gender fluids, it seems like. We got some gender fluids and we got some obesity. We got a 1, we got a 2. What's it going to be? Bum, bum, bum. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. It depends on what busts out. I see a lot of 1s. I see a lot of 1s. I see a bunch of 2s. What's it going to be? I think we're neck and neck. I see 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. I'm seeing a lot of 1s. Let's go 1. Let's go 1. Trey Swan with the 1. Let's go 1. Tyler with the 1. See a bunch of 2s. All right, we'll do them both anyway, but let's start with glorifying obesity, shall we? All right, let's keep our heads screwed on straight. Here, everyone's gonna be like, I'm working out hard today.
Hi, I'm a fat person, and I'm here to say you should absolutely glorify obesity.
Oh, Jesus, what the fuck is that? Oh my God, what the fuck is that? Oh my God, what is that? Does she have fangs? Yo, no, whoa, 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 whoa. What the fuck is that?
What the fuck is that?
If you're just listening, yes, she's absolutely correct. Her cheeks are red like a raspberry. Red is her hair. She has fangs like a vampire, and she has, of course, a septum piercing. Oh my God. This is what happens when, so this is what happens, this is Pippi Longstocking after like 30 years of meth and donuts. All right, let's play it again.
Hi, I'm a fat person, and I'm here to say you should absolutely glorify obesity. Listen, if people can prefer skinny people, why can't people prefer fat people? Like, sorry that I'm comfortable in my own body. Sorry that I feel hot as a fat.
Is that what you're at? You're hot? You're sweaty? Maybe that's sweat. She looks like she's out of, I mean, she looks like she just got out of a sauna. And I don't think she's been in a sauna. So you think you're hot. Look, that's cool. That's cool. It's cool that you think you're hot. That's cool. Beauty and those types of things are subjective. Yeah, there are a lot of people that have fat fetishes, like, you know, chubby chasers and feeders and stuff like that, for sure.
Person? Like, why is that weird? Skinny people are allowed to feel hot and, like, love their bodies and promote their bodies as something to be attracted to, but fat people can't. Like,
yo, you got fangs. You have fangs. You can say whatever you want to yourself. We're talking, look, I don't care if you feel attractive. I don't care if someone finds you attractive. There's some people want to fuck cars and animals and kids. Like, there's some fucked up shit out there. All right? We don't condone, like, the illegal shit. Like, there's some gross shit out there. It has nothing to do with your well-being. Like, you're not healthy. You can tell you're healthy. Like, there's no way your cheeks should be that red. I don't know what you just finished doing, but you have fangs. That's
I know people have, like, fat kinks and shit, but, like, that, why is that a problem? Why is it a problem for people to prefer fat people? If somebody came up to me and was like, I find your body attractive and it's hot, I'd be like, thank you, because I've gone my whole life with people telling me it's bad to be fat, you're ugly, nobody's gonna love you.
That's like, these are mean people, but it's definitely not healthy. It's definitely not healthy.
Why would I not want people to find me attractive? Like, if you prefer fat people, that's okay. If you like being fat, that's okay. If you want to gain weight, do it. Who gives a shit? Fat is okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Fat is okay. Look, it's not about, look, here's the thing. This is where the brainwashing and the pussification of our country, and obviously this child is extreme, or whoever the hell it is, whatever it is, I can't tell, is extremely, there's something going on there with all of that. I can't even, the vampire shit is freaking me the fuck out. It's not about being okay, all right? This is not a moral argument. This is not like, it's okay it's good. It's not good or bad. It has nothing to do with that. You're going to fucking die young. You're going to have diabetes. You're going to have heart disease. You're going to have fucking problems. You're going to have cancer. You're going to have major issues. You're going to have metabolic. You're going to. This is going to happen. You don't see obese 80-year-olds for a reason. They're fucking dead. 70s. Like, you're not out in public. You're fucking done. You're done. It has nothing to do with being good or okay. Being fat is okay. What does that have to do with anything? Okay? Look, if you're fine with being, look, we're the ones that are paying, like, I'm the one that's paying, my taxes are going for your fucking medical bills. But anyway, you know, whatever. All right. It's okay to be fat. Hey, you got those mail-in ballots, don't you? You got those, right? Hey-o.
Come on, man.
Okay, here we go. Next one. Too soon?
What's in the box?
Never. Here we go. Let's see. Next one. How to know you're gender fluid. Let's get those fluids going.
How did I know I was gender fluid? A great question, and one that I...
How did I know that I was gender fluid? You just decided to be. You just decided to be. How did I know? You just fucking decided you wanted to be, and then you told everyone for some reason. I don't go around telling, well, I guess I do. I'm like, I don't. All right.
How did I know I was gender fluid? A great question, and one that I get quite often.
I'm sure you do.
I first realized that I was gender fluid when I realized that
I would get more views and likes on TikTok. Okay, continue.
Gender isn't the same all the time. I came out as many different kinds of trans.
Wait, I realized I was gender fluid when I wanted to change. Hold on a second.
I realized that my gender isn't the same all the time.
I realized I was gender fluid when I realized my gender wasn't the same all the time. Does that make sense to anyone? Make it make sense. Make that make sense, someone. Make that make sense.
Gender fluid when I realized that my gender isn't the same all the time.
God, that's the quote. Is that the quote of the year? That's a quote of the year for 2021. Does that sum up? I think that sums up 2021. That might be the best summary. This one segment. I'll play it again.
I first realized that I was gender fluid when I realized that my gender isn't the same all the time.
I am grabbing that for the soundboard. I am grabbing that for the fucking soundboard. That is a soundboard. I am going to start grabbing clips of this audio for the soundboard. That is a soundboard right there. Let me play that again.
I first realized that I was gender fluid when I realized that my gender isn't the same all the time.
For fuck's sake.
I came out as many different kinds of trans. I came out as just trans. I came out as non-binary. I came out as a non-binary boy. I came out as just a boy. But I realized that all of those identities felt correct. I felt a lot of pressure to pick an identity and stick with it.
You're fucking making the point. You're making the fucking point. I found a lot of pressure to just pick an identity and stick with it. There you go. Social media and Marxism is destroying our fucking country. You have it here. There, you have it right here, fam. All the oppression. I found a lot of pressure to pick an identity. That's not how this works. Let me just pick one. I'm just going to pick an identity. What sounds good today? Jesus Christ. For fuck's sake. Oh my God. What's up, Dreadforce? How we doing, fam? Jesus Christ, these people, man.
Identities felt correct. I felt a lot of pressure to pick an identity and stick with it. But my identity kept changing. It was constantly in flux, which made me realize I was gender fluid, because gender fluids people's gender changes. It's not...
You don't say. You don't say.
...stagnant thing. It constantly is all over the place. Some days I really feel like a girl. It's not a stagnant thing. It constantly is all over the place. Some days I...
This is a mental disorder. It's a mental disorder. I'm not saying this to make fun of her. Kind of am. But this is a serious thing. This doesn't happen. This is not normal. This is not healthy. This is nonsensical. This is a psychological break. Multiple personality disorder, all that stuff. This is literally brutal. Yeah, I know, we're all losing brain cells. Come on, disgruntled. Come on, look, fam, the balls deep section of this show, this is like resistance training. This is how you get stronger. We're callousing the mind. We're getting stronger. This is what happens. You put your body under stress and you fucking make gains. You build muscle. We have to listen to this and we're getting strengthening.
I realized I was gender fluid because gender fluids people's gender changes. It's not a stagnant thing. It constantly is all over the place. Some days I really feel like a girl, and other days I really feel like a boy. Well, still other days I don't feel like either. And that's okay. It just means I'm gender fluid. Hope that helps.
Tell me you're saying nothing without telling me you're saying nothing. Wow. Sometimes I feel like a girl. Sometimes I feel like a boy. Sometimes I feel like neither. Tell me that is not a serious mental disorder. Tell me. Tell me it's not, and explain why it's not. You can't. This child needs help. She needs help. People need to stop facilitating this fucking shit. Okay? People that are truly trans, that transition, that do this, they're doing it for them. They don't need approval. People have been doing that for decades, hundreds of years, like, in terms of like the physical trans. People live the way they've wanted to live. I don't think necessarily people should be ostracized, but this over acceptance bullshit, this forcing of this insane shit is poisoning our children. Not to mention the food is poison, destroying kids' endocrine systems when they're very young, right? We talked about taint length matters, soy and endocrine disruptors in the food since they were born, right? Environmental toxins and factors that make the parents unhealthy, which lead to unhealthy children and, growth issues. Low testosterone production in men. Like we're seeing this with, many people today are having issues giving birth, which is not normal. Like the only reason we've evolved on this planet is because we're able to have babies, but we're having trouble giving birth because of endocrine disruptors, because of poor lifestyle habits and our surroundings. This is insane. Yeah. I mean, she needs help. She absolutely needs help. There's no question about it. Absolutely needs help. And again, I'm not saying this is a serious conversation. I think it's ridiculous. But I also do understand, people have serious issues, and it comes down to the food. It comes down to the media. It comes down to the fucking phones. It comes down to parenting. It comes down to the education system. It's everything. It's the rot. We were talking about this last night. In the roundtable. We're talking about this cross-platform institutional rot across everything from food to pharmaceuticals to the government to educational institutions. It's everywhere. It's eroding everything and people's insanity. And here's another thing. I was talking about this with Mama Swolio. I think people have always been crazy, more so now than in the past, but you didn't run into them all the time. I was born in New York City. Every once in a while you'd walk down, you'd see someone mumbling to themselves, motherfucker, arguing with themselves. But now all these people have cell phones and they're all on Twitter and TikTok. So you're literally just having direct access, like the Riddler from Batman Forever, just sucking in through the brain suck tube. You're literally just mainlining everyone's mental disorder. So I'm not sure if we're literally, I'm guarantee we just have higher mental, but it's like COVID. Why you see COVID everywhere? Why are we overblowing COVID? It's because you're testing every last fucking person. If you tested everyone for the flu, you'd find as many positive tests, but people wouldn't be sick all the time. People die from the flu every year. Well, until recently, magically. But your reason why you're finding so many positive COVID tests is because you're fucking testing everyone. If you tested everyone else for having blood, you'd be like, wow, this person has blood too. Wow, we found another human with blood in them. You'd find a lot of, antibodies for the regular flu, people that, it impacts their body, but they don't get a ton of viral load and their body defends it perfectly, but they would test positive for it. You're not testing everyone for the fucking flu every day. So, you're just testing so many fucking people. Of course you're going to find more positives because you're testing everyone under every fucking rock and nook and cranny. So you're going to have a ton of positives. I mean, it's like doing a survey. How many people have hair? Oh my God. 200 million people in the United States have found with hair. Oh my God, they got hair. Oh my God. Not sure if that analogy made sense. I think it made sense. The more you test, the more you're going to find. At the same time, all the people you're testing, is everyone fucking lying in the ground dying? No, a lot of people are like, oh, I tested positive. Now I have to stay home from work for no fucking reason because they're not spreading it. They're not symptomatic. They're not. And you listen to these doctors, they're like, if you're not symptomatic, you're not fucking spreading this shit. You know why? If you're not symptomatic, because you are fucking defending yourself against it. You're not spreading it. It's not shedding because your body can handle the fucking thing. Fucking. I'm not a virologist. Refer to your medical practitioner. Thanks, YouTube. So, yeah, more tests, more case. Again, look, I'm not a doctor. These are my opinions, but cases mean jack shit. They mean jack fucking shit. Mama Swole had it. She lost her smell for a day, back to normal. I was in the same apartment with her for a week or two. I was fine. I feel fucking great. Okay? Take care of your health. When you come across any kind of virus, you'll be fine for the most part. You know? I mean, look, people die. People die. People have been dying for thousands and millions of years. And we're all going to die no matter what you get in terms of, COVID or anything. And here's the thing, like anything else, I'm not saying this because I want people to die. It's just a fact of life. Survival of the fittest. If you're healthier, you're going to be more resilient for all-cause mortality. Okay? For the flu, for any other reason. I got the flu. I had a bacterial infection and influenza type A, I believe it was called, whatever it was, in college. It was brutal. Everyone was getting sick, but guess what? It was winter. I didn't know about vitamin D. I was young. I was in college eating, a lot of food training, but college food, eating fucking not shitty food. I was barely getting sleep because I was in college, just staying up super late for all the fucking time. I was in Pennsylvania, so it was freezing in the winter. Everyone was getting sick. And I had like a fever of like 105, and I went to the hospital and, they gave me whatever. And I was sick for like 2 or 3 weeks, and like everyone at the school was getting sick. It went around. They didn't shut down the fucking college. They didn't shut it down. I went back into my room and I was in bed with like boxes of tissues and stuff like that. My roommate, this fucking little Irish kid, he was awesome. This guy just drank all the fucking time. He was like sleeping in the room, like, yo, he didn't care. He didn't quarantine and stay away from me. I had the flu. He was fine. He never got it. He never got it. He was in the same room with me. He didn't give a shit. He's like, I don't give a fuck, man. He didn't get sick. This guy's drinking beer, little fucking short Irish kid, the big old fucking like a shamrock, 4-leaf, a clover on his fucking chest. It was great. Kevin. Anyway. Yeah, it sucked. It sucked, but, didn't shut down the fucking world and people were getting mad sick. So, but guess what? I had low vitamin D guaranteed. It was fucking freezing every day. I wasn't getting sun. I wasn't supplementing with vitamin D. I wasn't sleeping well. Wasn't eating good food. There you go. There you have it. So, shocker. Survival of the fittest. This is why you take care of your health. Okay? Every time you see someone like mother of 3 or father of 5 and this, they're either obese, guaranteed they have low vitamin D levels, their immune system's fucking shot, they don't exercise. There's so many other risk factors, leaky gut, which negatively affects the immune system. So they're not sleeping well, poor immune system, outcome. Leaky gut, garbage, systemic inflammation from eating garbage food, that affects your immune system. Low vitamin D, that affects your immune system. Oh my God, I'm so shocked that they got, really, you're shocked. You're shocked. Yet the government and institutions are not applying therapeutics. You just have to get the vaccine or put you on a ventilator, which kills people. So rather than actually, get people the treatments that they need when they need it, if they come in contact with it, you're putting people at risk with experimental drugs and actually increasing spike protein concentrations and not actually giving people the proper tools and to strengthen their immune system and strengthen their health. We talk about this just for fucking years. It's more of the same shit. It's so frustrating. It's frustrating when you know the truth and you're aware of how the body works and you're aware of logic and common sense and you see people that are just being evil and just criminals. Fucking criminals. It's just so blatantly obvious. It's not a conspiracy. It's just, this is what happens. It's not a conspiracy when it's just a fact. It's that nothing's being hidden. Nothing's being hidden. Nothing. It's not in the shadows. This isn't the fucking X-Files. They literally tell you to your face. They literally tell you to your face that they're lying to you. They're saying it. They're saying it. All you have to do is just fucking have ears and a triple-digit IQ, and you can put that together. All right. That was it. The rant is over. That was a rant with Theft. Fuck 2021. Can suck a huge dick. Theft 2021. All right. Join the fam today. SwoleNormousX.com. Check out that roundtable from last night. Let's see what we got going on. I think we had a great, we all know, we had a great fucking SwoleFam post. Today's Theft 2021. Y'all already know. Everyone, come on now. Give him a fucking, give her a round of applause for Jen. Congratulations. What a fucking epic post today. Congratulations. Y'all know. Y'all already know. Everyone's like, congrats, Jen. Card for Jen. Jen crushed it and has been crushing it. And what an amazing post that really exemplifies. It's amazing. Amazing post, an amazing year. Congratulations. Jen sent us an email to support@swolenormous.com, Swole card 2065. And we'll send you this beautiful and delicious Theft 2020 card in the Swole mail. We'll send it Swole mail. So congratulations. Send us that email. You keep on crushing it, girl. You keep on crushing it, girl. All right, that is all we have for you today. Let's nut this beesh, and I'll keep you updated on all the rest of those releases and making some major changes and working really hard to flip some things around and to update a bunch of things on the website. So I'm still making some major moves. 2021 is going to be huge. 2022 is going to be huge. 2021 can go suck a huge dish. And go make some gains, your last gains of the year. And we'll see you tomorrow for Swole Saturday 2022 edition. Fam, let us nut this beast. All right. Make sure you hit that like button. Leave a review. Remember, Apple Podcast, Spotify. Brand new review feature on Spotify. If you have not yet left a review, 5 stars right there by the top of the podcast page, the thumbnail. Leave us a review. Let's make some sick fucking gains. It's Schwente. Fuck your resolutions. Fuck your resolutions. Bish. Don't be a beesh. You be heesh. No more Schwente. No more. Go get yourself some SwoleFam flags, fam. SwoleFam flags now available. SwoleFam and 7 Pillars flags over there at papaswolio.com. We'll check out that Swole Since Birth flag. Nailed it! The last piano cock of the fucking year.
Inconceivable!
What's your name, fat body?
That Hansel's so hot right now.
I'm a fair guy, this heat is making me absolutely crazy.
Around my fucking arm. Oh. Hell yeah.
Right? Would you look me? What happened to your queer party friends? Some crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up here.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
I was kidding! I was only kidding!
I'm cubic Kumbatail.
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
Quick release. No hands, you're listening. No hands. It's my dick. Oh, yeah, baby. Fucking nailed it. Don't cry about it. It was fucking boss. Come on. Stop whining. Stop whining. You love that veiny schlonga. I'm going to start saying schlong. Yeah, I think, can we bring back the term schlong? Let's bring it back. Schlong. Schlong. Just rolls off the tongue. Schlong. Schwente stew. Fam, that was the last podcast of the year. Last podcast. We're wrapping up. 2021 is over. The last man cast of the year. I think we're ready for 2022. 2021 can go feff itself. And I think we're going to start the year off. I know we're going to start the year off really strong. It's going to be a big fucking year. And I'm really stoked for all the new releases, all the things we have going on, the new members that are joining, people that have had great success in 2021. I think we're going to roll that over. Remember, your gains, your progress, your focus, your 7 pillars, your execution, it rolls over day after day, year after year, month after month. It rolls over to 2022. So it's going to be a big year for all of us. Thank you for being here and supporting the show for all this time. Here's another year of sick fucking gains. We'll see you tomorrow for January 1st. Schwente stew, episode 2066, Swole Slut Saturday. Peace, McGee's. Deuce Magoose, your boy Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like...
Yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm